about the kind of living condition that gay people are in, and also that kind of thing. Because that was during that time when I realized that, actually sexuality and a whole lot of other stuff actually are not that important anymore, because they sort of like add on to a lot of distractions for me. So that was the time when I started talking about how is it like to be a human being, or how is it like to be a person, how do you tackle your self-pittiness, how do you tackle your own lack of self-confidence and all that. Partly also it's also a journey for me, I think right now at this moment in time, that I'm hopefully becoming simpler in a way, just trying to throw away all the baggage. So that's pretty much my whole journey about my journey with the relation to gay plays, and also why I went down to watch gay plays. So if I were to watch a play or film now, at this moment, I think my perspectives would be very, very different. Although I do enjoy being an audience member, like in specific reference to The Language of Their Own, the play I watched twice. I loved it. The script is not exactly very new. It was written many years ago. I loved it because the characters were very strong, and on top of that, they were very, very real. It's all about denial, delusion, the things that you believe and not believe in, and also the kind of things that you go through, especially when your partner has AIDS. So these are some things that are very real in that sense. I think during that time when gay scare was still quite prevalent, is it so at that time? So in The Language of Their Own, right? It was written at a time when the AIDS scare was still quite there, right? It was quite prevalent. So at that time, but now I think it's slightly better now, because in terms of education and all that, so people know more about this thing called AIDS, and also they know what to do. The precautionary measures are there, and also you roughly sort of remove the stigma that's attached to it. So people are more, they know how to react to it, they know how to handle it better now. So it's a very different setting altogether. So if I would compare it to this play, Safe Sex, which I watched many years ago, so I think it would be very, very different in that sense. So I think it sort of comes in a full circle for me. Okay? Right, okay. I'm going to invite Peter now to talk a little bit about his role in the play. Hello? Yes. Yes. So, you want to go auto, or you want me to ask you questions?
Ask me anything.
Okay.
Actually, it's sad because another cast member, Coughlin, is here, and he cannot be here, up here because he's non-Singaporean. According to what?
According to the licensing requirement, in that sense.
He can talk better
Is there?
than me.
So I'm going to ask him questions.
So I'll be asking questions so that he can, shed some light. Don't be so serious.
No. I'm not too serious.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe you can ask me questions because I don't know what I can say.
Okay. Let's see. When you were working on the play, right? The character apparently was a very campy character. Correct me if I'm wrong. It's going to be very straightforward. Why do you think it's different? Now, has anyone of you watched the play? No? Not at all? Okay. Okay, I'll try to explain this. A Language of Their Own basically talks about the relationship of a guy, Oscar, who suffers from AIDS, and his relationship with his boyfriend, Ming. Then, because of the illness, the relationship got sour a little bit. And what happened was that Ming left and went with another guy called Robert, right? Yeah. And Robert is a Caucasian. Then after that, Oscar, well, it's sort of like find each other for a while, and they still think of each other. And Oscar got another boyfriend called Daniel. Right? Yeah. And Peter was playing Daniel. Daniel is do you want to introduce your character a little bit? Who is Daniel?
Daniel is this business student at Harvard, and he's this chairperson of. He plays this character. Then I play this Daniel, who is this chairperson of this something gay association chairman. Yes.
So okay. So Daniel actually met Oscar in a party.
Yes.
Right? And then something happened, and then they became
Daniel possesses big heart to want to take care of Oscar, who is HIV positive.
Why do you think he has the big heart? Why?
Is it explainable?
Well,
can you explain what the part?
I mean, when you were doing the character, in that sense, right? When you were doing the character, how did you go about so-called like designing it? If I were to use the word, designing it. How did you characterize it in the sense that what was the motivation Daniel had when he decided to go with Oscar? Was it out of pity, or was it out of attraction?
I see the primary motivation is just love.
Okay.
So that's that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when Daniel got into this relationship with Oscar, it was quite funny actually, because they didn't stay together.
They didn't stay together,
No.
they stayed separately.
Separately, and then actually Daniel got a unit, an apartment unit right opposite Oscar's. Right? Yeah, these were nice moments in there. Then eventually, they had a lot of wonderful moments. I want to talk about the I love you moment. There was one part where Oscar said quite a few I love yous to Daniel. And Daniel seemed to be enjoying himself, relishing in that moment. Do you think that was a very, was it real for Daniel, or it was just illusion? Like, wow, very shook. People say I love you so many times, and actually I feel very good. Was it that?
Okay, I think that it's delusional, yet it's satisfying.
Okay.
Because I think between lovers there are a lot of delusions.
Okay, this is the fun part. I'm going to put this bookmark here. It's called delusion. Alright? And I hope some of you will respond to me with regards to the word delusion. Are we delusional in going to watch a gay play because we wanted something from there? And then we thought, well, it would be a good chance for us to just go into a play, pay $30 and then watch something and we feel good about it. Right? We all know that we're going for the very obvious reasons, like, sometimes for the anatomical part of it. But then that's the body parts that you want to see. But I always feel that there are more things to the body than anything else in a play that you watch out for. I think that's one point that we should put it there as the word delusion. Okay. So, do you think lovers are delusional? Do you?
No personal experience.
Yeah, well, I don't know. You can tell me a bit about your personal experience.
No.
No. Okay. Okay.
Okay, I think love between two gay